So we can classify investments model based on who is the investor. Okay. What is the source of investment? What is the destination of investment? Okay. What is the destination of investment? According to the investor source, that is investor base, who is the investor? There may be investment models based on public investment model, private investment model, public-private partnership investment model, right? So in public investment, as the name indicates, it will be the government or the government entity will be completely operating. Private means the entire private body, they will completely invest. Public-private partnership will lead to partly public, partly private. Either the legality and other issues may be done by the public, whereas finance part may be done by the private. Okay, so that is how they will just allocate the resources accordingly. They will have their own methodology of partnership and they will do it. So in undertaking the public-private partnership, there are different models, different types which we have. We have operated, build, operate, transfer. That is, the private will build the construction. That is, say, for example, road. They will just build the road, operate the road. That is toll. And later, they will, after getting the money back, they will transfer it. Say, for example, you spend 4,000 crore. As a private party, you spend 4,000 crore for constructing the road. And another 5 years or 10 years of time, maintenance of the road may cost around 1,000 crore. Totally, you need to have 5,000 crore. The project is. Okay, you invested, you done the project. You built it. Now you will operate the road. How? You present the toll. So you will fix a trip cost as 50 rupees. Okay. So 5,000 crore you need to earn in the next 10 years. Okay. So in next 10 years, you are going to earn 5,000 crore at 50 rupees cost. Okay. So 50 rupees means per year, in case you are going to, in this year, if it is 50 rupees, in this year, you will be earning 100 crore. Okay. So likewise, it will extend. So similarly, what you try to do, the number of vehicles will be there, the number of years you will have, entirely you will calculate and you will arrive at a conclusion. Per year, you will have this particular amount of money. And in down the line, 10 years, you will get this particular money. Clear? So this is how the logic is. Clear? So 5,000 crore, 10-year time, I have to earn. That means 500 crore annually I have to earn. 500 crore means 50 rupees means what I need to get 10 crore per annum. Okay. If 50 rupees cost, 10 crore per annum means how many vehicles will pass. Okay. So 10 crore trips have to happen if I have 50. Okay. So 10 crore trips, I ensure that whether it is happening. So likewise, I try to earn the money. After 10 years, the 11th year, I will transfer the operation to the government. That I call it as build, operate, transfer. There is another thing, build, own, operate, and transfer. That is build, you own it. Okay. Here the ownership is with the government only. Only leasing will be done for operation. Whereas here ownership will be there. You operate after 10 years, you leave it. Okay. So build, own, operate. You don't transfer. That means you continue to operate till your end. Okay. That is BOO model. There is BLT model as well as BOLT model. Okay. BLT means build, lease, and transfer. BOLT means build, operate, lease, and transfer. Right? So that is how. Then design, build, finance, operate. You design, you build, you operate and transfer. You design, you construct, manage, and finance. So everything you do. In defense, we have government owned, contractor operated. That is, the establishment will be government owned establishment, but the contractor will be from the private. Say, for example, repairing some helicopters, kind of. Okay. So government owned, contractor operated model. Then we have hybrid annuity model, which is a mix of public-private partnership and non-public-private partnership model. This is given by Vijay Kelkar committee in 2015. Okay. But India is a poor recorder of PPP. Okay. We have failed in almost all PPP model. It's a failed model in India because the government side have their own dilemmas. The private side has their own issues, and there is no role separation in a perfect way, and it had resulted in crony. Okay, so almost many of the public-private projects have failed, and that's the reason why nowadays the public-private models have not been working out. And in 2015 also we had a committee to refurbish the whole idea of public-private partnership. Okay, there is even another model called PPPP, Public-Private Panchayat Partnership. Okay, so that is also a model which we have, but we never introduced it. Okay. So another model is that source-based model. That is from where you get the model. Yes, that's me.
So the smart city construction comes under public-private partnership, right?
Which one? Which one?
Smart city construction.
Yeah. Almost all constructions in India are public-private only. So metro, smart cities, roads, major of the infrastructure projects.
Okay, sir.
Because government has no money, they give certain part of the viability gap alone. Rest other they will manage. Then source-based, when you talk about source-based, you have two different sources. One, you pull out from the domestic investment. Otherwise, you get foreign investment. In this foreign investment only, you have FDI and FII, which we'll see later on external sector. Okay. So domestic investment means you need to get through bonds. You can have various development bonds. You have various modes by which you try to get. For that, you need to depend on RBI. Okay, the government of India has to depend on RBI. They have to give treasury bills or infrastructure bonds, or they need to go for large scale aid or loans likewise. Okay, so that we call it as domestic investments. Foreign investments, they can go for direct investments from the foreign entities. Destination based, so where the investments go on, so where it is going to be deposited. There may be some sector specific investment, like say SEZ, right? Sector specific investment. Cluster development. Cluster means interdependence will be there. Okay, so one sector will be there. In that there may be different interdependence. Say for example, you have an automobile industry. Okay, so in automobile industry, you have cluster development. How? Say design will be done by the company. Say if Hyundai is there, okay, or Ford is not here, so Hyundai or any other company you just take. Design part they will do, where in Korea or somewhere, and the design will come to India, and sometimes engine also comes from them, but other part they need to. So what they will do, they involve in clusters. Okay, so some companies in Tamil Nadu will give them a variety of these services. Say for example, tires. One group of cluster will give tires. One will give mirrors, all the rear, front, all mirrors, lamps, and so on. Some will give some bolts and nuts. So all things, electrical particles, electronic particles, likewise. So this is cluster. Just because Hyundai is there, there will be some cluster developed in different parts of the city or country where they will get it. Say for example, Maruti is there in Gurgaon. Okay, Maruti in Gurgaon plant, Gurugram as of now. The parts are manufactured in Chennai by TVS. Okay, so TVS supplies the parts and it goes from Chennai, right? So the cluster can be of anywhere. So you place somewhere, the cluster will be of anywhere. Whereas in hub and spoke investment, it is location specific. It is like what you have a car tire, okay, so which has a hub and spoke kind of. Okay, so everything will be location specific and they try to operate in this way. That we call it as hub and spoke investment. This is destination based. So how the investment is directed towards, we have it. Say for example, cluster may be food industries, parks. Okay, SEZ. Okay, here you can have some bioparks, medicinal parks, likewise, which operate in that particular zone too. So likewise, they will operate. So these are different models of investment. What we have, everything has its own examples. So we can classify investments model based on who is the investor. Okay, what is the source of investment? What is the destination of investment? Okay, what is the destination of investment? According to the investor source, that is investor base, who is the investor?